agents outside of KW friend you on Facebook and follow along?
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, John.
Hi, Cindy.
Hey. When you're doing scripts, the one thing that I have realized for myself, and I don't know if anybody else has, is I realized the need to start making like harm's way question lists, because honestly, I've realized I have a mindset where I solve problems so quickly. I have a hard time, like I have to really help put them in that position because I'm so used to solving them. So I get in that tell mode of how to help them versus ask those questions. So I was thinking that that would be a really helpful exercise.
Thank you, Cindy. Love that. And absolutely, because if you tell me something, if you fix a problem for me, then awesome, and I might believe you and I might take action. However, if you help me self-discover the answer and it's my idea, well, I'll listen to me.
I know.
Okay. All right. All right. So like I said, I'm just going to push a button and talk for the next 20 minutes, okay? And part of my exercise is to give you 20 minutes worth of scripts that you can use to sit down, listen to the recording over and over again, write these out, and then practice, drill, rehearse, PDR until you've internalized them to the point where you are in unconscious competence. In other words, it's just there. You don't have to think. It's not to demonstrate how many scripts I've internalized. That's not the purpose. All right, working my database. And I'm just gonna, we're not gonna, guys, I'm moving fast. We're not going to role play back and forth unless you have a particular objection you want to give me, and then just raise your hand and or talk, because I may not see your hand up because I can't see everybody's picture, and say, John, how about, and give me an objection. I'm cool with that. Okay. So working my database. Jenny, it's John Dietz. Thank you so much for taking my call. The purpose for my call today is I wanted to let you know that I'm working as a real estate agent. I'm super excited, and I was wondering if you might be able to do me a favor. If you knew of somebody who was going to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, would you refer them to me? Perfect. Working my database. Love the dogs. Hey, Michael, John Dietz, just reaching out to you. Wanted to check in and see how you are. By the way, I wanted to let you know that I'm working as a real estate agent. I'm super excited, and I'm really hoping that my friends and family will be able to help me build a successful real estate business. And I'd love to earn the opportunity to be your realtor. Now, here's what that means. I'm going to send you valuable information once a month, and I'll call every 3 or 4 months just to check in. Would that be okay? Cool. Now I'm going to get Michael's contact information, whatever I don't have, his email address, his mailing address, so I could set him up on a neighborhood nurture and command. And I'm going to become Columbo, which means I'm collecting lots of information. Okay, circle prospecting. I'm going to pick a property that just sold, and I'm going to call everybody around that property that just sold. Now, if I sold it, it's even better. However, it doesn't have to be one of your cells. It could just be a property. In other words, Alex, good morning. My name is John Dietz. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Thank you for taking my call. I'm sure you're busy and I only need 30 seconds. The purpose of my call today is we just sold a home in your neighborhood, which is great news. And our challenge now is there are buyers who are still interested in great homes like yours. And I was just curious, who do you know that might be interested in selling their home? Now, if I'm door knocking and I knock on Cindy's door and there were multiple offers on the property and I was the realtor, then I'm going to take the offers that weren't sold, that weren't accepted, and I'm going to knock on Cindy's door. Hi, my name is John Dietz. I don't know her name. My name is John Dietz. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. The reason that I popped by today is I just sold your neighbor's home just down the street. We had 4 offers on the house, which is incredible news. My challenge now is I have 3 buyers. Here's their offers that are interested in buying a home in your neighborhood, and there's nothing for sale. And I was curious, who do you know that might be interested in selling their home? Now, on a circle prospecting call, or if I'm door knocking and I hear I don't know of anybody, Cool. Thank you for taking a moment to think about that. Before I let you go, I like to keep my friends and family members updated on the market. And what that means is I send them interesting information on the real estate market once a month, and I call every 3 or 4 months just to check in. Would it be okay if I added you to that group? Now remember, my goal every day is to add at least one person to my database. So a year from now, if I've worked 50 weeks times 5 days, 250 days, I've added 250 people to my database. Now, what's the power in that? If I have 250 people that I'm communicating with on a 36 touch, let me stop and breathe for a moment, guys. Okay. If I have 250 people that I'm communicating with on a 36 touch, that means I am communicating with them 36 times a year between emails, text messages, postcards, greeting cards, and 4 phone calls a year. 10% is the conversion ratio that I'm looking for. 10% will either work with me or they'll know someone that they'll refer to me if I'm communicating with them 36 times a year. If I do everything but the phone calls, because I don't like to make calls, I'm not going to get a 10% return. I might not get anything. That's how important those phone calls are. All right, working for sell by owners. Hey Paige, John Dietz, real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. Reason for my call, by the way, I'm gonna stop. By the way, I want you to listen to the way I'm sharing these messages. They are bullet points. Write them out in bullet points. It's easier to memorize them and much easier, more effective communication when you pause and allow people to think about what you're saying. Take time to give them time to absorb what you're saying before you move on. Think about how songs are written. If a song was written in a paragraph, you would never be able to memorize it. Imagine row, row, row your boat down the stream, blah, 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 written out in paragraph form. It would just be a one long run-on sentence. There has to be pauses in there. It's the same thing in communication. All right, so Paige, John Dietz, real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. Thank you for taking my call. I'm sure you're busy. I only need 30 seconds. The reason for my call today is I noticed you're selling your home by owner. And I was just curious, if I had a full price offer today, would you want me to bring you the offer? Hey Paige, John Dietz, not team leader, automatic. John Dietz, real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. Thank you for taking my call. The reason I'm calling today is I noticed you're selling your home by owner. And I was just curious, is it still available? If I had an offer, are you working with realtors? Now, I hear, no, I'm not. Now, most real estate agents are just going to say, thank you for taking my call, goodbye. Don't do that. Ask more questions. So Paige, does that mean if I had a full price offer today, you would reject the offer? Well, tonality matters. Listen to the way I'm asking the question. So Paige, does that mean that if I had a full price offer today, you would reject the offer? You're probably going to hear, no, I wouldn't. Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is you don't want to list your home. No, I don't. Cool. I don't want to list your home either. I want to help you sell your home. And if I were able to bring you a full price offer, you'd want me to do that, wouldn't you? Well, yes, of course. Cool. All right. Now, that's exactly why we should get together. In order for me to bring you an offer, I need to see your home. It'll only take me 15 minutes to pop by. Pop by is important. It means it's going to be a short visit. You're not moving in. One of the reasons you're hearing no is they think you're going to stay there all day long. I only need 15 or 20 minutes to pop by, take a quick look at your home, and that way I could potentially bring you an offer. So, do you have an offer? Great question. And I won't know that, Angel, until I see your home. I mean, if you knew I was going to bring you a full price offer, you'd want me to see your home, wouldn't you? You know, what if you said no? What if you said no and you didn't let me see your home and you're still in your home 6 months from now instead of being in Atlanta with your family? How would you feel about that? What if you found out 6 months from now that I actually really did sell a home right down the street from you? And it could have been your home, but you said no, you didn't let me come see your home. So I didn't bring you an offer. You're still in your home. The market has shifted. Your home is worth less money now. You're not in Atlanta. How do you feel about that? Is it possible that you would regret not giving me 15 minutes to pop by? You know, Joy, just out of curiosity, do you have anything to lose by giving me 15 minutes to pop by and take a look at your home? I mean, actually, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. And if you knew I was going to bring you an offer, you'd want me to stop by and see your home, wouldn't you? Now, the seller says everybody else is saying the same thing. Cool. Has everybody else brought you an offer? No. Okay. And what if I'm different? What if I'm the one that brings you an offer and you say no to me seeing your home and you're still here 6 months from now? How do you feel about that? Everybody says that. Cool. Are all real estate agents created equal? I mean, Bill, if they were all created equal, every single real estate agent in the United States would be selling 5 homes a year, right? And we know that's not happening. So not all real estate agents are created equal, correct? So I'm only willing to pay 1%. Cool. Until someone brings you an offer, the fee really doesn't matter, does it? I've had other agents offer to work for 1% and 2%. Awesome. How many offers have they brought you? Well, none. Cool. How much money are you saving? None. So what you're asking me is, you're asking me if my fee is flexible. And the answer to that is yes. When I bring you an offer, because I'm a deal maker, not a deal breaker, if I need to give up money in order, sorry guys. So I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that I've got these internalized to the point where I don't have to think, and sometimes I get talking too fast and just trip over my own tongue. So I'm a deal maker, not a deal breaker, which means if I need to give up money in order to make the deal work, I will. And until somebody has an offer on your home, their fee really doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, okay. All right, expired listing. Let's see, find somebody else. Your picture has to be on for me to pick you. I guess not really, because I'm not letting you play along anyway. So Shirley, John Dietz, Keller Williams Realty. The reason for my call today is I noticed your listing came off the market. And I was just curious, are you still interested in selling your home? If your home sold, just out of curiosity, where would you have moved to? You know, the reason I'm asking you where your home would have, the reason I'm asking you where you would have moved is I have lots of homes for sale. And part of my job is to find a buyer for those properties. And you might be a buyer for one of those homes. I mean, after all, that's exactly what you would want me to do if you were to hire me, isn't it? So again, just out of curiosity, if your home would have sold, where were you moving? By the way, on For Sale by Owner, guys, same thing. Just out of curiosity, Marisol, when your home sells, where are you moving? You know, the reason I'm asking is I have homes for sale in the area, and part of my job is to find a buyer for those properties. And you might be a buyer for one of those homes. And after all, that's exactly what you would want me to do if you were to hire me, isn't it? Okay, back to the expired listing. I'm going to hire the previous agent. Cool. I'm sure you feel a sense of obligation. After all, they did spend 6 months trying to sell your home. However, what's going to change? I mean, what are they going to do different this time that they didn't do last time? You know, I heard once that doing the same thing, expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And I'm sure that's not how you want to base your decision, correct? And can I tell you that you don't owe them anything, and you certainly don't owe me anything, but you do owe yourself the opportunity to hire the best agent for the job. Wouldn't you agree? And if you knew that I was the right agent for the job, you would want to meet with me. I mean, if we had a crystal ball and you knew I was going to sell your home, you'd want to meet with me, wouldn't you? And even if you do relist your home with your previous agent, if I have an offer, you want me to bring the offer, wouldn't you? You're going to hear yes. Well, that's exactly why we should get together. It'd only take me 10 or 15 minutes to pop by so that I could look at your home and potentially bring you an offer. Okay, I'm going to take a break, partly because I'm out of breath and partly because I want to give you guys a chance to chime in and ask me a question or change the conversation, whatever you want. All right, I'm going to read the chat then because nobody's talking to me.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's actually about yesterday, if that's okay. Me and a friend were talking about, you said to bring a seller's disclosure to a FSBO.
Mhm.
And I thought I was taught you were not allowed to give our realtor seller's disclosures to the FSBOs because they were created for us. Is that not true?
You can pull them right off the MLS.
The seller's disclosure?
Yeah, you can pull them right off the MLS. What you're not allowed to do is fill it out for them. What you're not allowed to do is help them fill it out.
Okay.
You could absolutely provide them with a for sale by owner.
With the seller's disclosure. Okay.
Sorry, with the seller's disclosure. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. And 36 touch and command. So Marie, Kevin and Suzanne Morris, I don't know if they're on the call or not, but they've got 77,000 people in command with 36,000 on smart plans, and they've custom created at least 10 smart plans with 36 touches. So the answer to your question is, I don't know, honestly. And even if there's not a 36 touch in command today, there will be. I do know that I'd heard just yesterday that emails are now available as part of the 36 touch as a plug and play. So that's ready to go. And even if there's not a 36 touch, you can create one. Kevin, I see you. How much time did it take you to create one of your smart plans?
Well, Suzanne's actually the brains behind the organization on it, but basically we've done two things. We've taken some of the initial smart plans, the ones that are already in command,
Mm-hmm.
and added them to each other, so that you have a longer follow on. The other thing that we've done is when we've come up with campaigns for Facebook, and we have the initial smart plan for that campaign based around that property, that neighborhood, and then reductions in that neighborhood, and then we've added on other ones to create buyer awareness. And then also, and if they say we're not ready at this point in time, we also have one that follows on to that just keeps us in touch. So the smart plans are anywhere from 7 days out to, at this point, about 140 days.
And how long did it take you to create that?
Suzanne's, we spent about a weekend going through and doing it. But a lot of that was just working on, correct verbiage, making sure that everything kind of fits together, and sending it to ourselves to test to ourselves. So, but the upshot is that it didn't take nearly as much time as we thought it was going to take. And the results have been, we're really starting to see people responding to us and whatnot. So,
okay. Awesome. And I noticed, guys, that Victoria also commented in the chat section on how you can access these. So that's awesome. And thank you, Victoria, for doing that. Okay, 8 minutes left. Let me jump back into scripts. Talking to a for sale by owner, could you share with me what,
just from me.
hold on 1 second. I'm going to hit mute. We have lots of cool conversations going on in the background.
I got to wash it and lay that.
And thank you. Cool. All right. Unmute yourself, guys, if you want to talk to me. So for sale by owner, just out of curiosity, could you share with me what these are follow-up call conversations, by the way. These are questions you can ask on a follow-up call. Can you share with me what a really great buyer looks like? And you're going to hear, most of the time, you're going to hear the same thing, which is somebody who could pay my price. Remember, sellers go to script school too. They just don't have as many scripts as you do. One of the scripts that they have is a really great buyer is somebody who could pay my price. Cool. Another one of their scripts that I love is I'm not going to give my home away. Love that one. My response to that was always, of course, I don't want you to give your home away. And if you're going to, give it to me. So somebody laugh. All right. So yeah, that was good, Alex. So can I ask you what a really great buyer looks like? Awesome. Can I share with you what a great buyer looks like to me? Yes. Cool. A great buyer is somebody who sold their home yesterday and they're going to buy a home in the next 30 days. Or a great buyer is someone who is in town to buy a house. They're in town this weekend and they're going to buy a house. Now, if you were that buyer, are you driving around looking up for sale by owners? Or are you working with a professional like me? You're going to hear I'm working with a professional like you. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Now, if you were the agent working with that buyer, are you driving them around showing for sale by owners? Are you showing them homes that are listed by a professional like me? Well, I'm showing them homes that are listed by a professional like you. Yeah, of course. Again, that makes sense. So just curious, if you're not attracting one of those buyers, which we just defined as the best buyers on the market, who are you attracting? Okay, watch script. If you and I decided to buy a watch and we had a budget of $300 and we went to Macy's, is Macy's still open? I don't know. And we went to Macy's and we found a watch that we liked and we bought it. Cool. It's this watch right here, right? Awesome. Now we take it home. It's still in the box and it's brand new, which means we never wore it. And we decide that we don't like it and we can't return it the next day. We're having a garage sale. We're going to sell it in the garage sale. Are we going to get $300 for the watch? No, we're not. Why not? Well, because it's a garage sale. Yeah, true. And when we went to Macy's, we went to retail store in a professional environment. It was being sold by a professional and we expected to pay retail. In other words, Macy's is attracting people who expect to pay retail. The garage sale is expecting people, sorry guys, is attracting people who are looking for a deal. They're looking for a deal. At Macy's, it was being sold by a professional. At the garage sale, the watch is being sold by the owner. Is it possible that you're attracting people who are looking for a discount? Is it possible because you're selling your home, it's being sold by the owner, that the buyers that are seeking you out are looking for a discount? I mean, you're selling your home to save on the commission. You're selling your home by owner to save on the commission. And is it possible the buyer is going to try to save the same commission? Yes, it is. Have you ever had anybody, again, this is on a follow-up call, have you had anybody ask you if you would do owner financing or lease to own? And any for sale by owner that's been on the market long enough has had that question come up. Here's why. If I'm a buyer and I contact Paige because I'm interested in a property she's selling, if Paige is doing her job, she's going to ask, am I paying cash or am I getting pre-approved? Now, if I can't get a loan, my credit's not strong enough to get a loan, then Paige is not going to show me homes. Now I call Victoria because she has a home for sale. Because Victoria is doing her job, she's going to ask me the same questions. Are you paying cash or are you pre-approved? And when Victoria finds out that I can't get a loan, she's not going to show me any homes. So no realtors are showing me properties. I cannot look at a home that's listed by an agent. Who am I going to go to? For sale by owners. For sale by owner, might as well put a sign in their front yard that says, everybody who can't come get a loan, call me. It's basically what they're doing. All right, it's 8:58. Talk to me.
John, I spice it up by saying that the buyers you're attracting to are rejected by brokers.
I like that. I'm going to steal that. It's going to be my idea from now on.
Can you say it again?
Yes, Eddie, would you say it again?
The buyers you're attracting your home to are rejected by brokers.
Love that. The buyers you're attracting have been rejected by brokers. Add It's better that way.
I like that.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Actually, is a really great question, guys. You know why it's a great question? I'll tell you. It's a great question because logic makes us think and emotion makes us act.
Mhm.
So it's a logical comment followed by emotion.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about that? Like it.
If they're honest and they answer the question, where are they going to end up, guys? In pain, in pain,
Yeah.
in pain, in pain. And we're more motivated by avoiding pain. Oh, crap. This isn't going to work. I better hire Alex. They're more motivated by avoiding pain than they are by going towards pleasure. I'll leave you with this. If you will master present positive, present negative, future negative, you will master having conversations around those 4 quadrants. You can create all of the amazing scripts you need on the fly. Just think future positive, present negative, future negative. Present positive is where they want to go. Present negative are all the obstacles that are stopping them from getting there. If they don't remove those obstacles, they're going to end up in future negative. All right, what'd you hear? Oh, by the way, for anybody that said, are these written down? No, that's why I'm recording this. So, and it's going to be on Facebook so that you can go to my YouTube channel and watch it 100 times and write them down. How's that? When Rainmaker is finally published and available for purchase, then yes, they will be available in print.
Hey, John,
Yes.
one of the things I would say is this isn't the first time I heard you recite these scripts. Probably over the course of the last 5 years, I've probably heard it 20, 30, 40 times. The great thing about it is that it's getting embedded in my brain. And when these objections come up with the customers, it's almost like there's a Rolodex. Oh, that's John's script. And you're able to roll it right off. So, I mean, believe it or not, and I see Natalie's going ahead and pointing it out too. We have it in our brain. We're just looking for the client to go ahead and give us their part so we can recite your part.
Yeah, just think of it like a file. You've got this filed away, right? And as you're having a conversation, the inner conversation that you're having with yourself is, which file am I looking for? Oh yeah, that one.
Hi, John.
Hello.
I had a request.
Yes.
If it's a situation where it's a FSBO and you're asking them, oh, where are you moving to? And they say this is a second home or this is an investment property. What's your response in that situation?
Oh, I love that conversation. So how long have you owned your home? How long have you owned this property? Role play with me. More than likely, it's at least 4 or 5 years. People don't turn around and sell investment properties in a year or 2 years. It's usually 4 or 5, unless it's a flip. So how long have you owned your home?
4 years.
Awesome. And the market's been pretty hot the last 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations. You've probably got some really awesome equity, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So when you sell this property, it's an investment home. What are you going to do with the money?
I haven't decided yet, actually.
Okay. You're probably going to reinvest it, right?
Probably.
Yeah. And if you knew the market was shifting, if you knew your home was going to be worth less 6 months from now than it is now, you'd want to sell it in the next 30 days, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as you reinvest the money, you're going to start making money on that reinvestment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So investing that money now versus 6 months from now, you're going to have a larger return, aren't you?
Yeah. If it makes sense for me to sell now. I mean,
Yeah.
the prices could go up.
Yeah, they could. And if that's the case, you shouldn't sell. I'm asking you, if you knew the value was going to go down, what would you do?
I would sell now.
Yeah, of course you would. And you would reinvest the money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I could show you that I could attract a better buyer and get your home sold for more money in less time, would you be interested in seeing how I could do that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you knew that I was going to sell your home for more money in less time, you would want to meet with me, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so here's the conversation. Future positive is what they're going to do with the money and what that's going to do for them. Future negative is losing out on the potential gain that they could have had because they made the wrong decision. Think of it like this. Anybody who bought an investment property in 2006 and in 2007, when the market started to shift, in 2008, when it was definitely shifting, and they decided to hang in there because they didn't think it was going to last very long, by 2012, did they regret that decision?
Yes.
Yes. Holy cow. Yes. Could this time be like that time?
Yeah.
Could.
Mhm.
What if it was? If you knew it was, what would you do?
Act.
All right, guys. Hope you got value.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you. Get on the phone, smile and dial, make those calls, 20 contacts, add one person to your database today. Schedule at least one face-to-face appointment with someone who's thinking of selling their home, thinking of buying a home one day. And then follow up forever, send 5 handwritten personal notes, and watch for the results. Make it a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Thanks,
Yes.
John.